All right, we're here with Joey McKenna, 2 tech falls. Joey, how are you able to get it done so easily?
I work a lot, parterre, with Coach Buxton, up at Lehigh, a lot of situation wrestling. I like playing top and bottom. I think it's more fun. I mean, I'm comfortable on my feet from folk style. It's easy transition there, but it's different to transition into parterre on the mat. And I think it's important in freestyle wrestling to have something on top to make that margin a little bit bigger.
Congratulations, Joey.
Thank you.
All right, so we come back to the action. Retherford gets in deep. He's got Pico hopping on a foot. Aaron Pico somehow shoves his way back inbounds on 1 foot.
Yeah,
so I think they're going to a challenge. I see the guys looking up at the board.
I think they're going to review whether or not Pico stepped out before he was able to get his hips back in and push Retherford out.
And from where we're standing, we can't actually quite see the out of bounds.
Whenever it happened, I thought Pico may have stepped out. It might have just been a partial foot.
Sure.
But that was impressive. I don't know how he was able to do that on 1 foot. We're still waiting on that video review to come up.
Here we go. They're on the screen.
All right. We got a clear look of it here. I
Pico's
think
left foot went out.
Yeah, Pico was out.
Was the foot completely out?
It's hard because it was laces to the mat. So I don't know exactly how they call that. I mean, his laces from about halfway up his foot were out. So it looks like they're taking that point off the board.
No point at all?
No point at all.
Huh.
So they were saying the whole down and out scenario.
0-0, Rutherford and Pico, 30 seconds in. It was Rutherford getting to Pico's leg early.
Yeah, he's doing a good job controlling that 2-on-1 and getting to that angle. Again, that's like we were saying in the first. He needs to get to those angles.
Pico runs to the leg, snatches it, sticks with it. Now they change. This time Pico's got Rutherford's leg in there, opposite of how he started this match. And Pico's going to trip him down for 2. He won't settle for 1. He gets the 2 on the edge. And it's 2-0 Aaron Pico. We see Cale Sanderson in the corner for Zain Retherford. Valentin Kalika in the corner for Pico.
Pico digging in that underhook right side to the pool. Front headlock.
Great heavy hands by Pico.
Good job by Zain, able to circle out of that. Not give up the leg in the process.
And we are ticking down about halfway through the first period. Just 2-0. Aaron Pico. Takedown on the edge. Caution red or passive?
That would be a passivity warning on Retherford. Verbal warning.
And Pico takes him to the edge. Retherford circles his way back inside, but Pico just kind of controlling that center of the mat.
Yeah, look for that snap with that left hand.
Oh, he was there.
He
had it in his hand. It was almost like it surprised him. So pace kind of slows here a little bit. 2-0, Pico, 35 seconds to go. First period, second match. Pico won the first one. Is it 4? Is it 4-0?
Yeah, 4-0. And
Or did Rutherford score late?
what do we have here? We're gonna have a caution.
Caution and 1.
It's white paddled, but that was a fling the hold call. Is essentially what it was. Rutherford again dancing on the outside of the mat. Pico controlling the center.
And I don't think it's by choice.
No.
I don't. Pico runs forward, comes to a body lock. Didn't want it. He looked like he could have gone for that body lock and taken it, but
yeah, I think Zain had his neck torched a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So
wasn't able to get the hips in
under.
like he'd like. And that'll do it. 3-0 first period. A takedown and a push out for Aaron Pico. So you see Pico over there, and then we're going to pan over. There's Zain Retherford. We said it before, 5th at the NCAAs this year. Only lost to 2 opponents all year long.
He's back on that 2-on-1. Had some success here early on in the match, able to get to that single leg.
Zain hustles back to the center. Pico stands right in the middle of the mat. And here we see Zain kind of moving his hands a little bit more, trying to frustrate Pico, trying to get him out of position, fake him.
Yeah, he's got some excellent motion going.
And there we see he takes a shot. Pico's just great defense, great positioning.
I like this pace Zain has. If he can keep it up.
And see, they're passive on Zain. Oh, maybe that. Or
they're saying blocking. He's on the 30-second shot clock, too.
Double unders for Pico. Shallow under with his left hand. Pico looks for that foot sweep. He has head position. Now Zain moves forward. Has a 2-on-1. Rutherford's been coming to this 2-on-1. Pico defends. Takes it off. Just under 2 minutes to go. Pico coming forward, almost like a duck or something, and it's going to be a takedown. Pico, he had the trapped arm, loses it.
That was just man strength right there.
Boy strength.
That was just boy strength right there.
Aaron Pico's a boy, which is the crazy thing about it.
Yeah. Only 17. Yeah, so the shot clock nullified with that score by Pico.
He leads 5-0. He won 7-0 about a month back, a little over a month ago. It was a little closer in the first match of this series, and minute 22 away from earning another trip to the World Championships. Minute 10 to go. Pico peeks at the clock. I think wrestlers are the only ones in the world who don't say de gallo after we hear Pico.
But
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Well, weekend. 50 seconds to go. 49. Pico up by 5. Rutherford just got to be frustrated. He's working hard. He's doing all the things that.
Yeah, he just can't get in on a
leg.
leg.
He's moving. He's faking. He's hand fighting like crazy. He's keeping a high pace, but Aaron Pico is just too much for him at this point.
And you saw it. He got in on the leg once and had Pico on one leg, and he couldn't finish.
That's what impressed me, is that Aaron was on one leg in the red zone and pushing his way back in bounds somehow. Pretty sweet. 20 seconds. Rutherford takes a shot, and again, Pico's just like a wet noodle. I don't know. I can't hang on to it. Oh, Pico hard swing over the top. So they're going to go passive and 1. They're going to give 1 point to Zain Retherford. 3 seconds to go. Oh, Pico popped him in the face.
Things are getting
That'll
heated.
Be it. This one's going to be over. Final score 5-1. Aaron Pico over Zain Retherford. His winning streak has begun again. Whew. Congratulations, Aaron. He's going to be looking for that world title. And